And you are? Welcome back, friends. You're with my new character, Kixu. He's an undead monk. We're at the starting zone for the undead in the Death Knell Graves, and we've yet to undertake the first quest. I thought I'd invite you to join me on this leveling journey in the Shadowlands expansion of World of Warcraft, which, at the time of recording, is the most recent expansion. This is not an instructional video per se, but I thought I would explain the game to players or to people who are new or have never even heard of the World of Warcraft. If you are an experienced player, then just sit back and enjoy the process. And feel free, of course, to put down comments in the comments section below the video, and of course, like and subscribe if you want. I've got a debuff here called Rigor Mortis, because I've recently awakened from the dead. I think that's a little bit hilarious. Without further ado, let's talk to Agatha and get things rolling. So I'm fresh out of the grave and I've got to go and report to Undertaker Mordo. So let's head over there straight away. One of the reasons for choosing the monk class is I quite like the gameplay, and I've been experimenting with a few different classes, and I've decided that the close quarters hand-to-hand melee combat just looks better visually on the screen than the caster classes for some reason. I've just decided that in my own opinion. Anyway, back to the game. We're down in the crypt here, getting some corpse stitching twine and some thick embalming fluid. We've got to make our way back up to the surface, hand that in. So the way the game works is you can undertake a series of quests like this one, and for your trouble you'll receive some money, 55 copper pieces in this case, and some experience, 200 experience points in this instance. Once you complete the quest by clicking on the button here, you'll see the experience gained, and down the bottom on this progress bar, which is shaded in purple, you can see how you're progressing in the current level at which you are. In this case I'm level 1. I'm almost level 2, a little bit further to go. And the idea is to level up the character by undertaking the quests. The next quest is to kill 6 mindless zombies, so I'm going to accept that quest. At the moment you can see in the distance the mindless zombies are marked with the, I think it's called a health bar above their heads. I'm going to change that. I like there to be as little clutter on the screen as possible. It's just a playstyle preference. I don't like seeing all those bars on the screen. So this is Kixu. As I said, monks engage in hand-to-hand combat. At the moment I've only got one spell called Tiger Palm, which is on my action bar down on the bottom of the screen here. This is basically a punching spell, so if I select this zombie here, run up, hit number 1 on my keyboard, you can see what Tiger Palm looks like. Actually, strictly speaking, it's a palm to the face, not necessarily a punch. And I just looted the zombie after he died, and I got a pair of plain leather gloves. Oops, they're out of my level range. That's a shame. Oh well. So the idea in this particular quest is I need to kill 6 of these guys. So I just run around striking them with Tiger's Palm, until they die. Okay, I've just gone up to my next level, level 2, and I've earned my new spell here called Blackout Kick. So Blackout Kick is basically a kicking spell. So if I come down here show you what it looks like. There's punch and there's kick, like a roundhouse kick. I notice there's another quest available up here, so we'll go and accept that quest as well. From Caretaker Case, or Case. He wants us to speak with Marshal Redpath, Lillian Voss, and Vaudrey Moray. You'll notice on the mini-map on the top right-hand side of the screen, the shaded area represents where the quests are, and the yellow dots represent specific people as part of the quest. You can see above their heads as well the little speech bubble that indicates that they are important to the quest. So I just had a little chat with him. I now go down and chat with Lillian Voss. She's a bit upset about recently becoming undead. And there's another one over here to speak to, Marshal Redpath. There we go. And of course I've got to finish off with a few more zombies. This is my last zombie. I'll go hand that in. Undertaker Mordo. And for my trouble I've got some experience and this battered cloak which I'll put on right now. Let's go over to Caretaker Case, complete that quest, and now I'm level 3. And I'll accept this next quest to speak with Death Guard Sultane. I've also just got a new ability in level 3 called Forward Roll, or just Roll, which looks just like that. It's kind of a kung fu move, you might agree. Another part of the game is called Pet Battles, and that's something I haven't really done much of. And what we're going to do as I progress within the game is look for creatures like this to have little pet battles with. In this case it's a rat. If I click on him, we enter a pet battle mode. There's my pet, it's a frog, and there's the rat. So I'm going to use the frog's bubble ability, and that will repel the rat. This is super adorable, by the way. The rat's coming back at the frog, who's blocked his attack. It's a little bit unfair, the frog is level 4 and the rat's only level 1. So we just got some experience for that pet battle. I'll turn the track pets radar off for the time being. We'll periodically return to that for a bit of fun. This is Death Guard Sultane. He wants me to search for corpses and then give them to Darnell. This is Darnell here, who's my little sidekick at the moment. Let's come into the chapel here. Shadow Priest Sarvis has a task for me. He wants me to kill 8 undead, and he'll give me a tunic. So we'll set out now. And you can see the corpses lying on the ground here. Just click on them and Darnell will pick them up. There's plenty of corpses, as you can see. It's a very simple quest really. And that's that quest complete. We'll just pop back up here and hand that quest in. There we go. And we've got a new cape to wear as well. Okay, now we're going to go kill these undeads. So we'll use the kick and the punch combination, then just loot them. Each spell, when you cast it, has a small cooldown period, so you can't indefinitely just keep clicking on the buttons. You've got to wait for your energy to recharge. So part of the skill of the game is learning to manage your energy. In these early levels, it's pretty easy really. It's hard to die. You can see my health doesn't go down too much. There's my health bar at the top of the screen there. It recharges when I'm not in combat, which is nice. And this is my last skeleton. There's just a little bit of server lag at the moment. Nothing too serious though. It creates a slight delay between pressing the button and the reaction on screen. So we'll go hand this back in to Shadow Priest Service, and this should put me to level 4. And I've got a new spell called Vivify, and I've earned a tunic which I'll put on now. He wants me to speak to Novice Elreth. And she wants me to find Lillian Voss, speak with her, and then show her her reflection in the mirror. I might just come over here and sell a couple of bits in my bag. Then we'll go find Lillian. I think she's in this inn here. Somewhere here she'll appear. Not sure where she is. As I said, there's a bit of server lag at the moment. Maybe she's downstairs. Oh, there she is. I was completely wrong. She didn't like being shown her reflection in the mirror. Okay, so we'll go back to the chapel. That quest is complete. Talk to Novice Elreth. She wants me to report to Executor Aren. So we'll go find Executor Aren. As you can see on the mini-map, he's down the road a little bit. Reporting as requested. He wants me to obtain 4 scavenger paws and 4 duskbat wings. You find them over here in the woods. The scavengers are little wolves. We just have to kill 4 of them. Take their little paws. Seems a bit cruel. Got a pair of boots there. Nothing fancy, just a pair of ordinary cloth boots, which I'll put on my feet, my bony feet. There's a little dusk bat. There's another little dusk bat. They're very cute, very small. Here's another scavenger. Just need a few more. One more scavenger. And one more dusk bat. There we go, all done. Go back to Executor Aren, hand that in. We've gone up another level, now level 5. I got a nice new belt, which I'll put that on right now. He wants me to now kill 8 young spiders and 5 night web spiders. This is my new spell, Crackling Jade Lightning. I'll show you what it does. It casts a long chain of lightning at your enemy, which obviously antagonizes them, pulls them towards you. There we go. So this area we're heading towards now is this creepy spiderweb forest. You can see that the creatures I need to kill have their names already highlighted above their heads, which makes them easy to find. The nice thing about these spiders, they're all fairly close together, so I don't have to run around that much. Just 4 more of these ones. Then we need to head up into that mine shaft up ahead. A creepy old mine full of spiders. Just 1 more of these. Now we go inside this mine here, and we attack these bigger spiders. We only need 5 total. Two more. There we go. Done. I'm going to heal myself a little bit. And I'm going to use my Hearthstone to return back to Death Knell. Here we are back in Death Knell. First thing I'm going to do is sell some stuff out of my bag. Like so. I'm just going to pop into the tavern as well. I might get a few little of these pouches. There we go. It's a little bit more bag space, always handy. We'll go down the path to Executor Aren, hand in that quest. he's given me a pair of zombie skin leggings, which I'll put on. He now wants me to report to Darnell, so I'll accept that quest. I think Darnell's down the road. I'll just fight this skeleton because he's in my way. Here's Darnell. He wants me to... Oh, I've got to choose a reward. I'll choose this sword. I put the sword on my back. He wants me to kill Marshal Redpath and 8 Rockbrain Undeads. Okay. They're over here somewhere. I wonder if there's any pets around here to fight. Can't see any. Not to worry. Let's kill this Magus. We have to kill how many? 8 of these. These are my death guards, they're on my side, if you're wondering. Four more. There's Marshal Redpath. I just found a sword, a two-handed sword, which I can sell, hopefully. Some warrior's boots as well. Might be able to sell those, I'm not sure. Need to heal up a little bit. One more of these guys to kill. Done. We need to head back into town now. Hand that quest in. There's a little rat. Where is he? Let's have another pet battle with the rat. He vanished. That's really annoying. This game uses a technology called phasing. Sometimes the phasing areas do some unusual things. Things phase in and out of existence. It's kind of like quantum physics, but not really. He wants me to deliver a Scarlet Crusade document to Death Guard Simmer at the Colston estate. So now it's time to finally leave the training area, which is this zone here, and head out into Tirisfal Glades, which is the larger area. There's a mage. Just kill the skeleton. Once again, he's in my way. I'll put put the pet battle radar on again. See if we can find another little critter to have a pet battle with. There's a couple over here. They're kind of out of my way though. It's a mangy duskbat. We'll kill him. Okay, we're heading out into the big wide world now. Things will be a little bit less easy. Now, there's something over here. There's a pet for a pet battle somewhere. It's another rat. I feel a bit bad. This is a level 2 rat. Apologies for the disconnection. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so here we go. Frog versus rat. So there's the rat's health, and the frog just annihilated the rat. I don't know if that's fair exactly. The frog was a lot higher level. Benax is level 5. Another strange part of this game is it randomly resets your preferences. Turned on the enemy units thing again. Switched off auto loot. Very strange behavior. We're back in action. Just going to get rid of some stuff out of my bag. We'll go inside this building here, hand in the quests. And now I'm another level up, level 6. I just earned another spell called Leg Sweep. Leg Sweep is an interruption spell, so if anyone's trying to cast something on me, it interrupts. Basically just prevents them from casting spells on me. Okay, let's go back downstairs. Accepted those quests. They're done over there, but before I do those quests I'm going to head into the town of Brill. I'd like to camp out in the inn overnight in Brill. What else? I'd like to learn some professions. Might pull down that death hound with crackling jade lightning. We'll get some wolf meat from those hounds. There's a bat over there. My pet battles. I don't think I have a pet bat yet, or maybe I do. Once again, this won't be very fair. My frog's a lot higher level. I'm going to cast a trap on that bat. You can capture pets. I've just earned a bat. He's poor. I don't know what that means. I'm not experienced in pet battles at all. I've done it maybe a couple of times in the past. It's just a funny part of the game. Collect some stringy wolf meat. Some creepy fog hanging over the water. Let's take these tasks. He wants us to kill zombies and take their claws. And he wants me to report to Magistrate Severin in Brill. Brill is the little town we're heading towards, just up ahead on the road. You can see it in the distance. These are the zombies. We'll come back and kill them a bit later. Let's pull that dog down here. Demon hound, I should say, or dark hound. I'm collecting wolf meat, so when I learn cooking, I can speed it up a bit. There we go. Here we are in Brill. The first thing I'm going to do is get the flight path here. This will allow me to fly in and out of Brill. Saves a bit of time. There's a whole bunch of quests here that I'm going to accept. But the first thing I'm going to do after getting the flight path is make this place my home. There we go. And now I'm going to go learn some professions. Here's a profession trainer. So I'm going to learn herbalism. Obviously allows me to farm herbs. And the other profession I'm going to learn is something called inscription. Inscription allows me to create magical scrolls, glyphs, tomes, dark moon cards, and even recipes for other professions. So I'll get trained up in inscription. And now over here, I'll just sell a bit of junk. I'm going to take a few things from this vendor. The herbalist spade, I don't really need that. This is what I need. The inking set. And this is the light parchment that I'll need to create my inscriptions on. And while I'm here, I might just take this recipe. What else will I get? I'll get some spices. That's so when I learn cooking, I can make some bread. I'm just going to pop upstairs now, talk to the magistrate. There we go. I'll accept that quest as well while I'm here. Okay, we are done for this session. Thank you again for joining me or rejoining me on my leveling journey. Please feel free to put your comments in the comment section below and join me again soon. Bye for now.